Hello! Welcome to the chat. Who have we got here? Is McAtee your man of the match? This is Sissy said. Oh, right. McAtee is my man of the match. I think everyone was really good, and I've got no complaints to really give any. If you said Grealish man of the match, well, I think you said Grealish man of the match, maybe a bit in question. But I think if you said oh wait, no, I didn't mean to give Savinho an 8. That was meant to be 7. Sorry about that. But anyway, I think it's between McAtee. I think it's between Nico Riley. I think those two for me. Oh, man, I've messed up my ratings. I can't believe it, man. I was meant to give that. Oh, wait, let me adjust these now. McAtee's meant to be a 9. So that's nothing wrong. Nico Riley's meant to be 8.5. Savinho's meant to be 7. And make sure I got nothing else wrong. But look, I think there's so many great players out there today. I think McAtee was slightly more quiet in the first half, but I think he was brilliant in that second. I thought O'Reilly doing a job at left back, he was doing a job there. I doubt he wanted to play there. I doubt the biggest grin on his face came on his face when he saw that he was playing left back. I doubt that was where he envisioned himself, but I thought he was brilliant. And I really want to see more of those two. We kept them in the summer. Pep said that they are great options for us and all that, but we've hardly played them. But every time they play, I know it's Salford, but every time they play brilliantly, and I can't stress it enough. And I don't think it's not just me. I'm not some out there person that sees the things that others don't. Okay, it's so many people that see this, and it's so clear. And I think this performance shows it on another level. McAtee, brilliant. So many players, brilliant. Well, this Sissy did say McAtee joint as well. Edison only 6.5 because he barely had to do anything. Yeah, basically. He made a save at the end, picked up the ball where needed. 6.5. He wasn't bad. Everything he had to do, he did fine. But he didn't need to do much. It's nothing. It's not bad. What's your thoughts on Edison this season compared to other seasons? This season, Ortega has definitely been better. And I've been really happy with how he's done. I couldn't be happier with Ortega this season. But with Edison, definitely one of his weaker seasons, and I don't think he's going to stay in the summer. But I think he's a good keeper. I just don't think. I think we've seen with Ortega that we're getting Edison's like shot stopping and all that, and we're also getting we're getting Edison's good feet with Ortega, but we're also getting good shot stopping, which is great stuff. So I just think we get a bit more from Ortega than we do Edison, and on a whole, I think Edison's game has gone down on his personal game this season. You know, like with his feet, he hasn't been as good. You know, against Feyenoord, he had some absolute stinky moments that were not great. You know, to go watch the highlights for that 3-3 draw, there were some awful moments. And look, I'm not saying that if Ortega's in net, they don't happen, but I'm saying that he made those. And when Ortega's been on the ball, I haven't really seen anything bad or that bad. But big ups, respect to Edison. He had a good game today. Here's that new graphic. There you go. Yeah, McAtee 9, Savino 7, and O'Reilly 8.5. Ola says Ali Lolo, big ups. We got ITK man with, I'm not too sure what that flag is. I don't know my flags very well. Let me just see the flag that I think it is. Oh yeah, I thought it was Mexico. Yeah, I did think it was Mexico. What are you trying to say there? I mean, your name is in the know, man. So maybe you're trying to drop a hint. Not related at all, but in 1 year, 1 month, Sheffield Wednesday and Coventry will play 6 times. What? All that, Ali, though, when I was 5 years old. When I was a kid, who was a child? I don't really know what to say, but sure. But anyway, let's oh man, my voice went through it there. Let's jump into this. They're playing right now. Oh, I've got this weird show of celebrities, and I think it's like a trivia quiz. I'd much rather watch some sort of football. Oh, is it not being televised? Oh well. But anyways, Edison 6.5. Like I mentioned earlier, look, he didn't do bad. It's not like he made any errors. It's just he didn't need to do a lot, and so I was completely fine with Edison's game. Whenever he was called upon, he did well. Like that big header he did, nice header. You know, he had a couple of good, decent kicks up the pitch, but it was nothing out of the ordinary from the Edison we know. So. Nunez 7.5. Thought the assist he gets is really good. I've been trying to see how many goal contributions players have gotten exactly for this game because so many goal contributions gone around. I believe he just got the assist though, but did a job at right back today that he wouldn't typically do, and I was really happy with how he did. No complaints from me. So yeah, couldn't be happier with the game from Nunez. You know, did a job at right back again, full back, filled in, did his business. I know it's Salford, you know, I know it's not the most trying game ever, but he did what he had to, which is the most important thing. Just opening up a tab here. Simpson Puse and Ake, who are starting centre backs. I thought they were solid. Didn't really make any errors. Thought they did fine. Simpson Puse will be gutted that he didn't get on the score sheet. He had a really big heading opportunity. Ake, I just hope he didn't get subbed off with injury. I just hope that was purely just in case, don't want to risk someone like Ake, so give him a sub. I just hope he's not injured. And we'll find out soon, but I'm praying that he's not. But like I said, Ake, solid run he was on, and he almost got the assist for Simpson Poos, I believe. I believe he was the one who headed it across to him. Nico Riley, man, I didn't put him in by predicted 11. I instead put Wright in here, but I really wish I put Nico Riley in because Nico Riley's been kind of the guy I've wanted in the team a lot this season. To fill in for Rodri because Pep said he could, as well as McAtee, but I've really been calling for Nico Riley. Got the start today, played at left back, and he played brilliantly. He was so good. The chance he got to shine, he shone, and yeah, I just don't know when these guys are going to play again now. I doubt they're going to play against Brentford. Vardio explains Walker's absence. Well, 2 days ago, Walker asked me to explore the options to play abroad. Bombatza, thanks, Kyle. He's played his last game. I know that the decision to keep him out the squad today was not it was not injury. It was not unwell. It was technical/tactical, whatever word you want to use. Oh wow, Kyle Walker has asked to leave Man City. Pep has come out with that. Wow. Okay. Ooh. I thought you said Vardio. Sorry. I thought you said Vardio. I've just opened Twitter and I saw that. That is mental. Well, I didn't expect to hear that. I thought he'd finished the season, to be honest. Okay, all right. Well, then we could talk about that in transfer news, can't we? In transfer news roundup, we'll try to do one of those tomorrow. But yeah, that is crazy. Who we got? Where were we? Gundogan, 6.5. Again, I thought he did a decent job today. Unlucky to not get a goal, or an assist. So, but on a whole, thought Ilkay did his job. It's quite good, and I'm happy with how Gundo did today. Wow, that is big. I'm still kind of like gasping at that. He's just straight up. I can't believe Pep's even come out with that. He's just asked to leave. Okay. Just seen a TikTok, Fogden forcing limbs in Saudi for Ivan Tony goal. Bruh. Big up to everyone that's tuned in so far, by the way. Is Kyle Walker leaving? Yeah, Pep Guardiola's come out of it. Official tweet. There's an official quote on Twitter. Mental. Just ask to leave. Wow. Oh, he's probably going to be gone this month then, isn't he? Finished my stream. Hi. I saw that glimpse. Yeah, this is crazy. We'll talk about that. Grealish 8. Thought Grealish good today. Think it was a goal and 2 assists for him today. So good assists as well from Jack Grealish. I was impressed with both passes. Really happy with how Jack Grealish did today. No complaints from me. It's a great performance, and I'm really happy he got his goal. The confidence that might give him could go a long way. We'll see how he does, but getting a goal, absolutely crucial for him. I'm really happy he took that penalty. Diaz, surely club captain. I'm praying. Like, who else? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Kevin De Bruyne. My favourite ever City player. But De Bruyne is not captain material. Gundogan, I love Ilkay Gundogan, but look, he's the guy that lifted the treble for us. But again, I don't feel like he's got that captain energy. Ruben Diaz has got captain energy. He's always talking in that circle, in the team circle, He's always talking in that, always. Like, Nico Riley's phenomenal today. I'm sorry, man, but like, if we lose Nico Riley and McAtee, I know it's Salford. I know it is. Okay? But like, what are we doing if we lose these two? Like, where are we as a club if we actively decide to go without Nico Riley and McAtee? McAtee more likely to leave than Nico Riley, but like, man, give them the game time they deserve. I've never been so sure that they could do it. I want it just like I would Oscar Bob. I didn't think this team could win any game 8-0. I'm surprised. I'm surprised we didn't. I'm surprised we didn't concede goals today. They did have decent chances, to be fair. Like at the end of the first half, they had a good couple, but we managed. McAtee, Riley leaving would be like Cole Palmer leaving. I've never been so sure on great talent, And seeing Cole Palmer leave and seeing what he goes and done, what he's gone and done, like, I don't want to make that mistake again. Give these guys a chance at the level they deserve to be at. Doku, I give him an 8. Great penalty. Kicks off the game in terms of goals. Gets, I think 2 assists. So I was really happy with Jeremy Doku today. Kyle Walker versus Neymar in Saudi. Wouldn't that be something? And they might play for the same club. Probably not, because Joao Cancelo at Al Hilal. Savinho better be back on the left in the Prem. Yeah, Savinho's 100% better off the left for me. I think the left is his better area. It seems much because he seems to be able to whip in a good cross. Honestly, I feel like I've been feeling like I am getting bored of football recently. I hope you can reignite the spark within you. Oh. But on to the man who got the man of the match trophy. He took the match ball home, and he's got my man of the match now as well. McAtee with a hat-trick. First half was a little bit quiet. He didn't get on the ball much. He spoke about that in his interview. He was a bit frustrated that he didn't get the ball. But today, second half, was so energetic. And I know, I think that's crazy. Leaving in the middle of the season, where I know you want to leave, but how much where is your level of respect for the club you've been at for years now? Can't even be bothered finishing a season. We all know Walker's not on the level he's at and that he should be at anymore. He probably knows it too, but man, I just can't believe it's come out and been like that. We're in January and he's asked to leave. The club captain is asked to go. Savinho 7. Thought he was solid today. Look, he slipped in a nice couple passes, slips in the ball, which creates Mubama's goal. I was quite happy with Savinho off the right. I think he's definitely better off the left. That is for certain. So, really, really happy. Defo had a fallout. There's probably something gone on, Recent game times obviously not been there. But he used to be the only one who could stop Vinny when he faced Madrid. Now he's useless, essentially. His pace was insane, but he's been getting outpaced left and right. It was so funny. And when Savinho fell onto the side, that drop is dangerous. I know it's quite a deep drop too. It's not like that big of a drop. It's probably more like that. That's a sizable drop. drop. Of course, I'm not acting like it's like jumping like from a plane to go skydiving, but that's a reasonable drop, and that's probably going to hurt unless you're like fully prepared for the fall. Who will be captain? I want Diaz, but De Bruyne will probably be captain till the end of the season, if I'm being honest, since he's the second captain. But for me, it should be Diaz. Mubama, I give him a 7. I thought Mubama, very energetic, got caught offside a couple times. I think that's partly because of late balls, but again, partly offside. But I was, on a whole, I was impressed with Mubama. Got a nice goal. The assist Nunes gets for that is really good. I'm going to go now. Good night, says Ali Lolo. Have a good one, Ali Lolo. But yeah, Mubama, brilliant player. And yeah, can't wait to see if he can keep growing for a debut. Not too shabby. For the subs, Kovacic and Akanji didn't really do too much. Wasn't happy that Kova lost the ball in the edge of our own box, but other than that, he was fine. Akanji, he was fine as well. Didn't really put a foot wrong from what I saw. Filled in for Ake quite nicely. I'm actually got my hands together praying that Ake is not injured. Every time people say Diaz, I now think of Luis Diaz in a new gen now. Is Walker the worst captain for City of all time? Definitely as of recent years, because we've burnt through captains over the recent years, like Walker, Gundo, Fernandinho. Company was obviously the player for a while. I believe De Bruyne had a short spell of being the captain. So that's 5. I know De Bruyne is still in the club, but we've been having new captains almost every season. Walker getting 2 seasons in a row is mental. It's time to stick with a captain, and that captain's Diaz. If you give Captain Diaz that armband, he will be the captain for years to come. I bet you. I bet you he isn't. He wouldn't lose the armband for a while. In terms of, I think attitude as the captain, I think is the worst bit. Trust me, since he's been captain, performances haven't been great either from Kyle Walker. But I think it's more of his attitude since he's been captain, not as a player. He's obviously probably one of the better captains than, say, 20 years ago or 30 years ago in terms of actual player quality. But in terms of actual attitude as a captain, I don't think he's very good. Kusanov Walker replacement could be converted to right back. I think that is a possibility. I'm not going to lie. I think that could very well happen. The pace is there. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm very curious to see what Pep will do. He's not afraid to turn centre backs to full backs. Vardy is the biggest example if you want recent ones. So it's an interesting one with Kusanov because it feels kind of there. He's got the pace, insane pace. So we'll see how that goes in terms of him integrating into the squad and where he will end up. Kusanov will now have to be the player to put Vinny on now. Yeah, if we come across Real Madrid, he's probably going to be in. What's your overall emotion of Kyle Walker leaving? Look, thank you for being a great servant, for being a good servant to the club. Joined in 2017. If you leave in January, it's a 7.5-year stay. So he's been at the club for a very long time. But for the most of it, you were top player. For the back end of it, it's gone rather sour. I appreciate everything you've done, but in truth, if you gave me Kyle Walker leaving in January, I would shake your hand with a distinct small grin because I can't stand watching Kyle Walker defend for us, and I can't stand his work as a captain. You know, the stuff off the pitch, the stuff on the pitch, and you know he's never the guy in the interviews. You know, he's never there. It's been Bernardo a lot. It's just been other players on a whole, especially mainly during the losses. I'm mainly talking here. I'm sure he was there. Not a club legend in my opinion. In fact, nowhere near. No, I think he's just a good servant to the club. I think is the case. You know, with how it's ended, not the best. But do you blame Ivan Toney for joining Saudi for 400k a week? It's an insane amount of money, and it is crazy to turn down if you do say no to that. I don't blame him. You know, it's a decision that he made, and for his family, that's insane. You know, there's definitely a benefit for me. I mean, it's difficult to say. I could say for me, I would never want to leave the Premier League because it's the best league in the world. But then imagine you've got a family, I know, a wife, 2 kids, and then you know, you had got a wife, 2 kids, maybe. I don't know Tony's family situation, but that money, that sets you up for life depending on how long you're there for. Who's more of a legend, Company or Aguero? Distribution was actually a bit dodgy though. Yeah, but I respected the header he came out for. That was great. Edison looked focused today. Was worried he wouldn't. I was happy with the performance from Edison, yeah. Didn't have too much to do, but he looked ready for anything. I suppose he was a Brentford player, not a Man City or Liverpool player. Yeah, there is that too. He was playing for Brentford as well. But who's more of a legend, Aguero or Company? It's probably Aguero because of the Aguero goal, you know. It is probably him, but they're both legendary. But, you know, they got statues because of who they are and, you know, couldn't be happier with it. So, yeah, brilliant stuff from those two over the years. Greer's standards are so low. People are now gassing him up after this. Please calm down. He was nothing special. In fact, I think Greer was very good today. I think he looked calm, composed. What are you saying, Limps? I think he looked calm. I think he looked composed. I think everything about his game was quite good. And I'd give the penalty, the assists, I'd give him an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a great performance, but I'm not getting gassed. It's Salford, in all fairness, you know. But I'm really happy that Grealish got his goal, and I hope that if he does keep playing, I hope that gives him a bit of a confidence boost to know that he put the ball in the back of the net, maybe. Company will become a bigger legend if he becomes a great manager for us. Yes, absolutely. No doubt about that. And we'll see how that goes over the years. But to wrap up the player ratings, Phil Foden 7. So you think a rubbish manager? No, I never said that. Foden 7. Thought he came on. Thought he looked good. You know, the ball over to Doku, which becomes a McAtee goal, is good. He never meant to get that assist from McAtee, but I guess he takes it. You know, I thought Foden looked quite good when he came on and looked trying to make things happen. And to some extent, he definitely did. So I was quite happy with that. Do you agree with my management comment? Why do we not go for it for 10? Oh, I know, man. I think we could have definitely pushed for maybe one more, at least. But welcome to the chat, Lewis MCFC. Big ups. Wow, I'm speechless. Yeah. Company will become a great manager. Will be a bigger legend if he becomes a great manager. Yeah. I think he will be a bigger legend if he manages for us and does it to a brilliant level. You know. Would you give a defender a 10? What do you think a player has to do to get a 10 rating? For me, there has to be absolutely nothing wrong with their game. They have to have a lot of work to do, and they have to do all the work brilliantly. You know, because a 10 implies perfect. You know? I know it's a League 2 side. Yeah, but at the same time, you can only beat what's in front of you. So, you know, be happy with this performance. be happy that some players played really well. Vardy would have gone 10 versus Fulham last year if he took the pen and scored. Yes, I would have given him a 10 because a defender scoring a hat-trick is mad. I would have absolutely done that. I respected him, though, for not taking the pen. But apart from me, he was like, oh, come on, you know your honour. Haaland scored 6 goals and has 6 shots. Is that 10? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Because he's been clinical. Hasn't mucked anything up. In my opinion, yes. Cause, yeah, absolutely. You know, scoring every chance you get and getting a lot of chances, like you said, that implies getting in the good positions, being there ready for anything that comes your way, and putting it in the back of the net. Can't complain with that. That's easy a 10. But there is one more thing I want to look at. Specifically talking about shots. Now then, people will say you can only beat Watson. People say it's Salford City, and I say you can only beat what's in front of you. And even in games where we've been playing the smaller teams in the league, we've struggled to put shots away. I don't know how well you can see this. 20 shots, okay, not the best, but in terms of shots on target, we buried 8 of them. You know, much better in terms of clinicality. Now then, this isn't me calling for these players to start the next game, but much better for clinicality. You know, I know 2 of them are pens, but still scoring 6 goals from open play. Really happy that we actually buried almost all the shots we got in terms of on target. Last 10 out of 10 performance is probably Bernardo versus Madrid or and Gundogan vs United. All huge games, and they were incredible. Yeah, I think there's a good argument to be made there. But Blues, all good things must come to an end, just like this match review. Thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Support on the channel's been really good recently. I'm sure we're going to be back tomorrow with, I believe the FA Cup draws tomorrow, but I'd like to do a transfer roundup tomorrow as well. So you might get me twice tomorrow. So you definitely at least get me once. Big ups. Big ups to everyone that tuned in. And I will definitely see you on the next one. What would I give Gundo versus Villa? I give that a 10. Off the bench, gets 2 goals, wins us the league, basically. So, there you go. Thank you all, and you will definitely see me tomorrow. Big ups.